Hi, I'm Footsteps, and this is Decisive Motion. I'm a music producer, and I make music. When I was in primary school, I was in an orchestra. I played several instruments, so I've always been around music and stuff. So it just made sense as I got older to just make my own stuff. Once upon a time, I used to make a lot of funky house in the house. I done a track with a singer called AL called Tell Me. That was a couple years back. That did all right. There's like an endless amount of instrumentals that I was doing at the time. I done a remix with Tell Me with Getz, Stutter and Merkston. I done a few tracks with Wiley back in the day, but they're all mixtape stuff. I got a single out at the moment called Fresh with J2K. Okay, so Fresh. It's a smooth song. Like it's a hip hop based song, and yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones you really have to listen to get. It's got. I tried to make my own little vibe on it and everything else. When I was making it, I sampled an old school reggae artist called Fuzzy Jones, and like he's on the chorus and stuff. Got J2K to do the verse, and it's just from the description I get from other people, it's a new hip hop, smooth, fresh sound. So yeah, it's hard to explain, but when you hear it, you understand why I can't explain it properly, but yeah.
Rolling through the city looking very squeaky. Looking for my queen like Nefertiti. Started off my day feeling like a PT. Little gym, little trim, then make up a CD.
I just wrapped up J2K's EP, which is called LL Cool J. And yeah, I produced the whole thing, except for one track. But yeah, the whole thing, back to back, is me and Jay doing that, and like there's numerous artists on it, like Shazar, Rosie Gabor, Wiley. Like it's an interesting collection. So that's what I've just recently been doing, and I started working with someone called Chase Inferno as well. He's got a very, very interesting style to him. He kind of like raps, sings in a weird type of way. He's like an English Chance the Rapper. It's weird, but yeah, that's what I've been doing at this moment in time. Anyway, there's obviously the big heads of the hip hop world I would love to work with. That's just a given. Like obviously you got your Jay-Z's and all of that stuff. But like I don't know. I wouldn't say a lot of them influence me as much. Like Kanye West's old stuff still influences me heavy to this day. Like his new stuff I don't like at all, but his old stuff is sick. All that college stuff, the Dropout and all that stuff. Still to this day when I hear it, I want to make a beat straight away. When working with artists, it's more like a lot of producers that I know of think it's just about making a beat. Literally, you just make a beat, give it to someone, then it's all done. But making a beat sometimes that's just the beginning of the process. When you give it to someone, when you give a track to an artist, it's very rare that it's just going to be in sync perfectly. Like you got to mold to each other. So like post-production is a challenge in itself, because now you're letting someone else into your vision, and if it doesn't blend properly, then do you know what I mean? Then you need to know when to step away or to maybe change. So that's always a challenge, but I don't think it's something that a lot of people pay attention to. A lot of people think it's like a very fast, quick-paced thing to just make something, give it to someone, they go over it, and then it's done, it's ready to put out. And with the recent projects that I'm working on, it's not that. And if you look at any good tune, or the majority of good tunes, that last time, like bangers from 90s and 80s and 70s, there's a lot of craft to it. There's a lot of time that's gone into it. So the challenge is knowing your artist, knowing what you're making, and having an understanding of what you're making, and not just doing a slap bang job. I can't express how happy I am with how the UK music scene is, because you know you got underground rappers and singers and stuff charting. The fact that it's going global. Everyone's sound is like merging together, so there's no like it's a UK sound, it's a US thing. It's just good music now. Like artists are doing good music, so it's not just like they blow and then they're doing like little pop songs, and then you make this massive fan base, you get a great deal, and then like you're doing some crappy little pop songs that your fans don't even like. Like they're actually making proper music. One of the artists that I rate the most on the UK scene is Rich. I don't think since him getting a deal. And given that this is a person I followed his music from mixtape days, like I don't think I've seen the guy do something wrong. Music's hard. He seems to be like a couple steps ahead with every single he puts out. Like sick. Like Stuff like that is what I love to see. Like, I truly love to see. The fact that you can go Brick Lane and you can check out all these random different acts. Like with the UK rap scene, there's so many different divisions now. So you got, for example, as I was saying, you go Brick Lane or like Yo-Yos back in the day and stuff like that, and you'll see man them like it's Nate and Piff Gang and Ash Ketchum and all them man like doing their own little style of hip hop and whatnot. And then you can go to completely other places and see man doing a whole different thing. So it's not like back in the day when everyone was doing that one type of grime. Like everyone was copying one type of person. There's so much more coming from it. It's sick. And from the fact that I can go in SoundCloud, I can still hear old school Wiley, like, and he's proper making grime and he's doing everything else. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Like, I literally love where it is. Anyone, it's like, in a way, it's like anyone can blow in the next 3 months. You never know what's gonna happen. You don't know who's getting a good deal or a bad deal or a good video or a sick one. Anything just pops at any time. Love it. I don't think it's been better. I've been blessed to be this age at this time. Like, this is ill. This is ill. Not even too long ago, just a couple years ago, when people talk about when people would think of making a video or a tune to go out there, you would have to make like some Euro pop something. I don't know why people always thought, yeah, there needs to be a 4/4 in it. It has to have this Euro sound. Like certain types of people gotta love it. You gotta think ahead, blah blah, and all that madness. But it's not that anymore. Like the fact that meeting up with J2K and I'm making all these tunes that are like my version of hip hop, his version of hip hop. Do you know what I mean? We're not trying to do anything else. And then we make it and we send it out and people are loving it and it's straight getting plays on radio and people are requesting it. It just adds to it more. Like having more divisions of music is what makes a brand a brand. It's what makes the UK in its own way. Like you don't need to, nothing against US rappers and everything else, but you don't need to start spitting with the US accent and all that other stuff or copy them or even copy their dress sense. Like we have our own now. It's like a child that finally can walk. Like, so yeah, this is sick. I love it. Like it's actually sick. To expect in the next year is a lot of me. A lot of my production, just being everywhere as much as you can. As I said, I'm a person that prides himself on trying to learn more. So even at times I'm co-producing now, which before I would have thought, why would you co-produce? Why would you produce with someone else? That's crazy. But like the other day, for example, I was in the studio with Mark Hill, like one half of Artful Dodger. Like the guy sold how many records? You know what I mean? I think it was like, was it 10 or 15 million records in his lifetime? Like he's definitely someone I can talk to and learn something from, things like that. So for what to expect from me is a lot more music in every sense, in every type of way, in every genre. Just a lot more of me. So yeah, stay tuned to radio and all that stuff. I'm not ashamed to be a producer in it. That's what I am. Like I'm a producer. I don't do anything else. I'm not one of them guys that tries to do a million and one things and they don't pop. That's long. Like I'm not a singer. I'm not a rapper. I'm not that guy. I make beats. So it is. I'm just that guy that it's what it is on the tin, really, innit? Like he makes hard music. That's how you go to him. And it's that one thing. I'm a tool. You won't pick up a hammer to make soup, to stir it. That's long. Use it to bash things. Like so you just well, like so for me, as I said, like as in outside stuff, if it's not production, if it's not music, then it don't concern me. My Twitter, which is where is my Twitter? Oh, it's Footsteps Pro. Yeah, like Twitter, SoundCloud, and Facebook, and all them stuff. It's all there. And if it's not there, just listen. Like listen out for my tag. It's on stuff. I am Footsteps, and this is Decisive Motion.
Is that foot?